Zell built one of the most successful real estate empires in history. However, his remarkable story had extremely tough beginnings. Zell's parents were Jewish immigrants fleeing Nazi Europe during World War II to escape the horrors of the Holocaust.
My father looked at that treaty and said, this is basically an agreement to split up Poland. And so my father got off, he was on a train, turned around, went home, got my mother and said, we have to leave.
They managed to settle in Chicago, and shortly after their arrival, Zell was born.
And they arrived in the United States May 18th, 1941. This was kind of the background, and I was born September 28th. So literally I was born 100 days after they came to this country.
Zell's first business venture would come at the age of 12, selling magazines to classmates, which was very successful.
This is the kind of magazine that in those days wasn't sold in the suburbs. It was limited to those under the tracks magazine stores. So I showed it to a friend of mine, and he was enthralled and said, geez, can I buy it? And I said, sure. And he said, how much? And I said, I don't know, $3. He said, great. So he paid me $3 for something that I had paid 50 cents for. And maybe for the first time in my life, I really understood supply and demand. There was an unlimited demand for that product.
This was his first realization that he could make a lot of money if he had the right business. Zell would later go on to study at the University of Michigan, achieving a degree in law.
And so I went to law school, not because I wanted to practice law. I went to law school so I had a degree, and that if I didn't work out at whatever it is I was doing, I would be able to, in effect, still practice law and make a living.
However, he quickly decided to leave behind the legal profession, realizing his true passion lay in real estate. Zell's rise in real estate began in the 1960s, when he started buying distressed properties in Chicago. At the time, these buildings were often in disrepair, undervalued, or facing financial struggles. But Zell had a vision that others didn't.
Graduated from law school in 1966. I was 24. I had $250,000 in the bank, and I had made about $150,000 that year. That was an income of about $1.1 million in 2016. I had established a solid foundation for my family.
This ability to recognize potential, even in the most challenging of properties, became the foundation of his success. Zell's real estate empire truly began to take shape when he founded Equity Group Investments in the early 1970s.
If we've been as successful in real estate as we have been, aren't we really just good businessmen? And if we're good businessmen, then why wouldn't the same principles that apply to real estate apply to buying anything else?
One of Zell's key strengths was his ability to make bold and unconventional moves, and in the 1990s and early 2000s, he orchestrated a series of high-profile acquisitions.
That all my life I've basically focused on reading and digesting information, because the well-educated, up-to-date you are, the better you are to be able to assess judgment and assess risk.
Zell's most notable real estate acquisition was the $39 billion leveraged buyout of equity office properties in 2007, which at the time was one of the largest private equity transactions in history.
Everyone thought I was nuts. It was one of many times I would hear people tell me that I just didn't understand. I didn't listen. Not that I expected a sale to happen. I thought equity office was too big to be acquired.
Later in Zell's life is where he truly made his mark. His enormous property empire spanned office buildings, shopping malls, industrial properties, and much more, and continued to grow rapidly.
Zell seized an opportunity to make real estate investment trusts go public.
There was no visibility into markets or assets, and there were no metrics. Brokers held all the cards, and they weren't telling. The simple genius of public REITs is that they turn bricks and mortar into transparent and predictable liquid assets.
As the biggest real estate investor in the country, Zell becomes a board member of a REIT in an effort to make a complete publicly traded real estate asset. By the time Zell's REIT goes public, it's the biggest real estate portfolio in the world, comprising more than 32 million square feet of commercial offices.
Sadly, Zell died in 2023 at the age of 81. However, his reputation and accomplishments will go down in history and inspire many generations to come. Zell's journey from the son of immigrants to building one of the most successful real estate empires in history is a remarkable story of resilience and determination. And his story proves that with vision, persistence, and a willingness to take calculated risks, you can build an empire no matter where you're starting from in life. Zell's philosophy is simple. You only get one life, so why not take the risks and try to make the most of it? I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more inspiring and motivational stories, hit the bell button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment if there's a story you'd like telling. Have a great day, keep sharp.
They train every morning, they're successful, they have their life in order. It's just simple. Get your life in order.